Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Thursday presentation. I hope you are all blessed and well today. We're just going to jump right in. And hello to everyone who is live and everybody who is watching this in the recording. I appreciate your attention and your interest in this topic, which is all about AI, but more about lead generation, generating leads for businesses. So I hope the content today helps you see a better picture of where we are in tech history and maybe some ideas on what you might want to consider doing for your business. So, hello, everyone. We're going to get started right away for the sake of those who are watching in the recording and go right into what I have to show today. And today's presentation is how AI is changing the game of lead generation. Okay. So, jumping right into why talk about leads. Well, leads represent opportunities, sales opportunities for businesses, opportunities, signals of interest from audiences, from markets in whatever topic is related to your business. So, a good lead is a contact, a person who is submitting their information willingly with intent behind, because they are interested in your topic of business. I just had this conversation with somebody yesterday, trying to pass off contacts that were pulled from public records or something that was generated in some way with zero intent behind that, and letting them know that that's not really a lead. All you're doing is farming contact information from people, and then thinking that those are leads, but with zero intent, they cannot be considered a lead. There's no intent, meaning if there's no clear interest behind them providing their information, there's no real, it's not really considered a lead. So leads really demonstrate demand. If you have a number of leads that show a signal of interest, then you know that your business topic has demand within an audience. Now, um, talking about generating leads online, which is my specialty, and I've actually published a few books. My first book, Digital Bacon, Make Your Online Presence Irresistibly Attractive. I touched upon the concept of leads in there. And my second book, Sell You Before You Sell. Whoops, I'm holding it backwards. Sell You Before You Sell is all about the intersection between personal branding, service oriented branding, and sales. So, in both of those, I talk about the concept of leads and what to do to generate leads online. But if we were to boil it down to a very simple framework, we can see that leads online just need these three ingredients: it needs traffic, it needs conversion point, and it needs engagement. Traffic, conversion, and engagement, down to the nitty gritty, those are the three basic essential elements to generate leads online. Now, when you listen to people talk about advertising or digital marketing, which of these three do you hear 99% about the most? Well, obviously, what you hear about the most is precisely the first one: traffic. You rarely hear about conversion, and you rarely hear about engagement. All you hear about is traffic, which are, many different modes of traffic: advertising, search engine optimization, getting on the first page of Google, like they say, social media advertising and or marketing, video, YouTube videos, TikTok videos, viral tactics, email campaigns, all of which contribute toward traffic, but they do little, if not nothing, about conversion and or engagement. So a lot of the conversation is about how to generate traffic. Now, I would venture to say that traffic is the easiest thing to produce these days. There are literal traffic supermarkets like Google, like Meta, like TikTok, that you can go and pay for traffic, and it could be very segmented, very interest oriented traffic. These companies have a lot of data on who their user base is, so you can direct your traffic toward them. And obviously, many people need help and specialists from agencies like mine to generate this traffic. And we're happy to contribute as well to that field, helping businesses that can't do it for themselves. But the fact of the matter is that generating traffic these days is the easiest element of the three, right? However, it's what people speak about the most, right? They speak about traffic over anything else. And we think that this is incomplete because if you invest in traffic, yet don't have conversion or engagement in place, it's kind of like a leaky bucket. You're putting water inside a bucket, but that water is going nowhere. You're not capturing it properly and you're not engaging with those leads properly. You can feel well, you can feel good about investing in getting a lot of traffic, but at the end of the day, is that really contributing to your bottom line? I would venture to say it does not. It is not contributing to increasing your revenue. So therefore, it's a misguided approach to only look at traffic when you're not paying attention to the other two. Now, here are some numeric examples of where this gets you. So let's say you invested in a campaign and you're attracting 1,000 new visitors to your website. Everything is great. You feel really happy about that bump in traffic. However, let's say that your asset, in this case your website, is not optimized for conversion. So let's say you just generate a measly 0.1% conversion rate. Well, out of those 1,000 visitors, you're generating one lead, right? People are not going through and taking action because the website may not be clear, it's not performing right. It's a whole other conversation we can have. But worse than that is that those leads are not being engaged with properly. And if the engagement rate is 0.1% on top of that, then you are really looking at a 1 in 1,000 chance of sale, right? Really, you're not looking at realistic opportunities to sell. And that boils down to probably one possible sale in 1,000. Running this campaign month for month, one possible sale in 1,000 months. Now, who has time for that, right? You're talking about close to 4 years, one sale. Who would run a campaign like this month by month? But this is the reality. When you just invest in traffic, you're not looking at true opportunities for sales. Now, what do people do when they're not getting enough sales? They just say, let's get more traffic. Let's double down on more advertising, increase our advertising budget. Let's get on more keywords on the first page of Google. Let's make more videos. They just invest in more traffic. Now, in this next scenario, let's say you actually multiplied by 10 your traffic. So instead of having 1,000 visitors, you have 10,000 visitors, right? So you invested 10 times the amount in traffic as you did in last month's campaign. Well, it's going to generate about 10 leads, but also with a low engagement rate, you're looking at 1 in 100 chance of sales. So you're looking at many months without ever making a sale, possibly one sale in every 100 months. So we're talking about maybe every 10 years you make a sale. Who is going to do that? That is craziness, right? So investing in more traffic is misguided. Now, let's look at, instead of 0.1% in conversion and engagement, let's look at 1,000 visitors going to the previous scenario. You're running a campaign, but instead of investing in more traffic, what you do is you start optimizing your conversion and optimizing your engagement. So now with the same 1,000 visitors generating 10 leads, and you're going to 1 in 100 chance of sale. Now, obviously, this is not a positive scenario. We're still looking at one possible sale every 100 months. But the fact of the matter is, this scenario achieved exactly the same as the one that I just presented, which in the previous one, you were spending 10 times the amount of budget, right? So what I want to demonstrate is that you can achieve the exact same benchmark by not investing in more traffic, but just optimizing your conversion and your engagement touch points. Now let's look at another scenario where we're duplicating that rate to 2%. So from 1% to 2%, your conversion rate, 1% to 2%, you're looking at 20 leads instead of 10 leads. And then engagement rate from 1% to 2%, you're looking at 2 in 100 chance of sale, or 1 possible sale in 5 years. Still not good, right? This is horrible. But we have literally slashed um, our our rate of failure by half by just optimizing by 1%. So it can create a huge impact. But let's look at a preferable scenario here. Let's look at a 10% conversion rate, and let's look at a 10% engagement rate, right? So we're boosting both of those, and still we have 1,000 visitors at the upfront. Now we're looking at 100 leads from a conversion rate and a 1 in 10 chance per sale. So 10 possible sales per month. Now we're looking at a much, much better scenario, a much more realistic campaign where you're generating 10 possible sales, not 10 possible leads, 100 leads, but out of those leads, we're engaging and we're selling 10 per month. Now, this looks like a campaign that you can invest in, something that you can expect a return from. But this is my preferred scenario. Now look at this. We have the exact same amount of traffic, 1,000 visitors, not much. We're not talking about a huge amount. 10% conversion rate, 100 leads, but now we're boosting our engagement rate by 90%. Now, this might be crazy when I'm dealing with 1, 2, 10% up to now. But I'm going to present a way in which you can boost your conversion or your engagement rate to 90% or even more. This is a 9 in 10 chance of sale. So now we're doing 10 sales opportunities per month. Now, how would your business look like if you had 90 solid sales opportunities every month without investing a crazy amount of budget in traffic, right? Well, this is possible with what we're going to talk about today. So if you are interested so far, stay online and we'll reveal what we're talking about. Now, the question is, how can you achieve a 90% plus engagement rate with leads? Before I go into that and answer it, I want to talk about some stats and some facts, which I'm going to go full screen here so you can see my sources. Stats and facts about the industry. So the first stat says responding to leads within the first minute increases conversions by 391%. Now, 391% lead engagement when the lead is engaged within the first 60 seconds of them raising their hand, of them expressing interest, right? 1 minute. Time is of the essence, right? So this is one way we can increase our engagement rate, but let's keep going on. 78% of customers buy from whomever contacts them first. 78% of customers will buy from the first competitor, right? Doesn't matter if they've reached out to 1, 2, 3 people, whichever company contacts them first, 78% of customers are going to buy from that first one for the mere fact that they were contacted first by them. Okay. Sales conversions decrease 91% after the first minute. So just as there's a height in conversion rate in the first minute, after that first minute, there is a huge drop off. So it really drops dramatically. And then companies that contact the lead within the first hour are 7 times more likely to qualify the prospect than if the contact is performed in 2 hours. Okay. So definitely 1 hour. I mean, better than 1 minute is doing it within the first hour. But if you wait 2 hours, then it's pretty much a dead lead. Now, why is this important? This is a recent study that we did with a client of ours. And this is not based on 1 or 2 or 10 leads. This is based on a sample size of almost 25,000 leads, right? Multiple locations throughout the United States. And what we found out was dividing the business hour leads versus the out of business hour leads. The business hour leads, which are defined by 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., were about 54% of the leads received. So 54% received between 9 a.m. to 6 a.m. 6 p.m. when the employees were active, when people were active. But then 46% of the leads were out of business hours, right? Now, this is when nobody responded and nobody was there to engage with them. So that 2-hour window that we just saw on the stat, more than blown out. If people started submitting their leads at night and they were getting contacted 9 a.m. in the morning, pretty much as good as dead. Now, in this study, out of business hour leads, we try to determine which ones occurred between that prime time, right? The TV industry calls prime time, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. And which of them occur after 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. So when most people are sleeping, right? But even so, we're seeing a pretty neat split between those two. So 52% between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m., and 48% between 12 a.m. and 8 a.m. So pretty split. I mean, you can't really confidently say, okay, well, we're just gonna add another staff member to handle leads at night, and then everybody goes to sleep. We're seeing around the clock. Leads are always looking out, contacting, looking for information, uh, sending signals of interest. So the thing is, how do we deal with this challenge in contacting them within that first minute, no matter what time they're texting in, right? So, out of all of the lead engagement um, channels, social media response rate is pretty dismal. We're talking about a 0.08%. Direct mail response, talking about reaching out to direct mail and sending them an offer, 2%. Email response, 6%. But then SMS response rate, we're looking at 45%. So 45% of text messages are replied to. But if that SMS response rate, we measure that post intent, meaning that lead has already expressed intent to that company, that rate boosts to 94%. So 94% engagement rate, which is ridiculous. It's crazy. It's mind blowing. But this is how we can engage with leads very quickly as soon as they express that interest, and have our greatest chances of turning that into a sales opportunity. So let's recap what we've seen so far. So far, boosting lead engagement is much more affordable and effective than increasing traffic, investing in increased traffic, right? There's really no comparison. Lead engagement is much more affordable, and it's even more effective. About half of a business's leads are received outside of business hours, and then this is normal because people are on their phone at night, on their tablets, watching TV. They think about a service, something that they need, and they submit a lead at night when the business is closed, right? So the third fact that we've seen so far is that SMS, meaning text messages, remain the most effective channel to engage with leads prior to a sales presentation. So combining these three items that we've learned today, what can we do? Well, the alternative is to hire 3 or 4 new team members that are solely dedicated to engage with leads and just to send text messages and set appointments. Now, who wants to do that? I have not spoken to one business that wants to hire a department just to send text messages to their leads, and they have nothing else to do. Nobody wants to do that because you never know when a lead is going to come in. So you don't have you could have a staff member sitting there without doing anything for hours until a lead comes in. This would be crazy. Nobody would want to invest in staff, in salary, and all these things just to address this problem that is affecting at least 48% of a business, and it could be affecting 100% of a business if the business owners and the managers are out on the field doing their work, right? Nobody wants to invest in this. So the alternative to this is precisely an AI sales bot, having an AI based sales assistant that will engage with those leads and take them to an objective established by the business. So this is what I want to spend the rest of my time here with you, just describing and showing you what this could look like. Now, we have a live demo right now that you can go to and experience it for yourself. Salesbot.yummymarketing.com. You can go right now and fill in your information, and it'll actually, in the back end, it'll customize a demo experience for you, for your instance, for your case. So we don't even have to program anything on our end. Now, this is going to be more like a beta, more like a demo. And definitely we're equipped to customize an AI sales bot for whatever instance, but you can try it and just experiment with it right now and see how quickly it responds to you, how quickly it replies to each of your messages, the quality of its responses. You can experience all of that right now. Salesbot.yummymarketing.com. So check it out. This is the current flow. So you can see, just pull a little bit of the curtains and see behind the scenes what SalesBot is all about. The current flow in this demo is it'll give you a greeting and opening question personalized to you. And then it'll ask you two more questions, right? Just based on whatever you respond. So it'll come up with different questions and think of different things to ask you to understand you better, to understand your interest. And then it will offer to schedule an in-person assessment or an appointment, et cetera, et cetera. So this is the way the current demo is set up, but we can definitely customize it to 4 questions, 5 questions, whatever the case may be, or 2 questions. Whatever would work for this instance, we can definitely customize it. Once you go through the demo, our demo ends. You'll see a quick message from me. It is an automated message, but it'll give you a cue to just give us your feedback, or fill in the word restart if you want to restart it over again and just try different answers. You can definitely do that as well. So this is ready for you to test. You don't have to do a Zoom appointment with me or anything like that. You can just do it on your own at any time and experience the power of an AI-based sales bot. Now, the AI-based sales bot is based on some pretty specific programming on our end, where we have a list of things that the AI should do, and then a list of things that the AI should not do. So a few examples: the AI should sustain an engaging conversation, ask one question after the other, embody a serviceable, friendly, and professional tone, and so on and so forth. Some ideas on what the AI should not do. We don't like it when the AI asks open-ended questions like, "How can I help you today?" or "What questions do you have?" To us, it's not valuable in terms of conversation. We want the AI to ask very specific questions about the service or product that the business is offering. The AI should not give long-winded responses. The AI should not respond in place of the lead. So just say what the AI is going to say and then wait for the lead's response. They delve into detailed presentations, go into pricing, financing, or anything like that. We have the AI very specifically instructed not to go into those presentations, because those presentations are better fit to show, to be discussed by a live human being once the sales appointment is ready to go. Now, in terms of objective, we can define whatever objective we want. So we can define the objective, sending a link to a calendar for the lead to schedule an appointment. We can define the objective as sending them a sales letter, sending them to a website, telling them that if somebody, some name specifically, is going to call them. We can define the objective any which way, and it's completely customizable. So to fit to the business. Now, here are some examples of some demonstrations of what we've been able to do with the AI-based sales bot. So in the first one, this is Acme Inc. We specialize in property investing. And by the way, if you're listening to this and you're in this business, property investing, we buy houses, we have a separate demo set for this industry that has more specific questions. So if you'd like to experience that, just reach out to me and I'd be happy to send you the link to that. So are you looking to buy or sell a home? Sell. Then the AI says, wonderful. Are you looking to sell your home quickly for cash? And it says yes, depending on the offer. Perfect. We can certainly help you out with that. Would you like to book an appointment? And then just goes ahead and books the appointment, right? So this is a very simple, straight through presentation on how this would work. Now let's talk about a few scenarios and look at a few other scenarios. In this one, this is for MedSpa Aesthetics. And in this one, we can see how the sales bot handles objections and concerns. So in this flow, I won't read the whole thing, but where the arrow is pointing, I'm not sure if this is a safe procedure, says the lead, right? So the sales bot is equipped to give assurance to the lead and engage with them in a friendly, courteous, professional manner. So in this case, the sales bot said, yeah, we understand your concern. Laser hair removal is a safe procedure when done by experienced professionals. Our specialists are highly trained and certified to ensure the best results for our clients. All right. So right there, it's addressing their concern and prompting them to take the next step. Right. Instead of leaving those concerns lingering after they've submit their information and until a human contacts them the next day, the AI has already resolved those concerns and asked them to move to the next phase. So pretty cool. In this one, this is also for home investment. We saw here that the lead said, "Hey, I've had a life-altering event. My wife just passed away." And the AI sales bot says, "Oh, we're so sorry to hear that. We understand that this must be a difficult time for you, and we want to make the process of selling your home as stress-free as possible." So, and then goes into engagement again. So you see that the sales bot knows to show empathy, respect, to recognize when there's a sensitive circumstance that the lead is speaking about. This is not something that an automated chatbot can do. This is something that the AI based sales bot is equipped to do because it has been instructed to speak in a courteous, professional, uplifting, reassuring manner. Okay. So pretty neat, right? So the next one, this is also for aesthetics. So we specialize in laser hair removal. And then in this one, the lead says, "I need to know how much it costs," right? Which is something that many leads come up with, a question that they come up with when engaged with, right? So they want to know how much it costs. However, we all know that some of those pricing questions can be very tricky and can be very much better addressed in a live human presentation. So the AI sales bot was equipped to handle this and says in the second sentence here on the bottom, "We offer complimentary in-center assessments and consultations to determine the best treatment plan for you so that we can provide an accurate cost estimate," right? So it's rationalizing for them why they can't give the price over a text message, right? Which is pretty neat. But also the AI sales bot is doing it in the context of reasoning why they should go to the next phase, right? The next phase, which is an appointment. And right ahead, ask them, "Would you like to book an appointment?" And the lead says, "Sure." And then, it goes ahead and sets the appointment with them. Okay. So here's another example where the AI sales bot is setting correct expectations. So this is also for aesthetics. So are you interested in this? What area of your body? So in this one, in the right, if you look on the the right of this blue arrow, the lead says, "I would like it done all at once," right? They just want one session, bam, bam, and just get it done. Now, this is not the type of business that this company does. So the AI sales bot was equipped to set the right expectation, right? And says, "Well, unfortunately, this service requires several sessions and cannot be done all at once. But why don't we go ahead and book you for an in-center assessment and consultation with one of our specialists," right? So this is pretty cool because it's setting the right expectation, but it's also reasoning why they should take the next step, go into the in-person assessment, and then go from there. So what is the value of this? This is super valuable because remember, this is a lead that after hours or when the business was busy, submitted their information. They had an expectation, and in between them submitting their lead and the salesperson or the rep or the assistant actually reaching out to them, they were all this time having an incorrect assessment or incorrect expectation about this service. And the AI sales bot took all care, took in charge to clarify that expectation and give them a correct. So that is fantastic in my view. It's pretty cool and very powerful. So here is once again the link, salesbot.yummymarketing.com. You can feel free to play around with it on your own time and just reach out to us. Let us know what you think about it, any concerns, any questions you might have for your particular scenario. Would love to hear that. And with that, I'm just going to end the presentation here. Thank you so much again for your attention. I hope to see you soon on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.